Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Reality Guys. Brett and Kevin here to talk about the challenge, episode 9, and we're going to dabble a little bit with episode 8 and 7 later on in the episode. But thank you for watching this video. First of all, please like and comment below. If you're not subscribed, please hit the button. We appreciate it. We love that you love the challenge just like us. But so I want to start off with beginning of this episode, Kevin. We have this big push for Transformers, Rise of the Beast, or whatever it is. They're doing a challenge for this movie called Highway Hijacking. And what did you think about it? Because me personally, I thought this challenge sucked. Everyone in the comments or in the comment in the show is like, "Oh, this challenge is great. It's fun." Blah blah blah. Bro, this thing was terrible. You're just pushing a movie. You're jumping off one truck to another, right back to it, and then somebody drives off the truck in a straight line, and then it's over.
I mean,
So
I would say it's certainly the least challenging challenge that they've had in years. That being said, I was kind of hyped about the movie, but um, yeah, I mean, like at one point it was like, all right, dude, it took, I think it was Theo, like one of the first people to go, and it was like he just was like pressing a button, and I was like, what did he even do? And then next thing you know, his partner's jumping out, so or like jumping out in the car. That part is cool because it's like dangerous, whatever. Which obviously it alluded to two people flipping their car. Um, which the first one, like I don't, we still don't know what happened with her now, right?
yeah, okay. So Emily, she wrecks the crap out of her car. She, I don't. It's like
She flipped like four
the way
times.
they
Dude.
film and edit this. It's like they're doing a challenge. The challenge was short, but they filmed it within like probably 2-3 minutes of screen time. Half of that was eaten up by Emily and Tori. So they flipped
Hmm.
the car. So Emily, what did she do? She like, I don't even know what happened. I don't know if like it looked a little bit like at the finish line they ran out of road and she had
Well,
no.
Sarah, I noticed at the first trip because Sarah went and she did like a slick, like sideways slide. And I was like, oh, luckily for her, like she knows how to do that. She's like a
She's a
cop.
cop.
She's
Yeah.
probably like driven cars to like their like max in situations like that. And then the next one, I was like, I literally thought like, oh, luckily it was her. These other ones, I hope realize that there's probably not enough room to like slow down.
Yeah.
And then
I
the
mean,
next one, dude, she just came and she just kept rolling. It just kept happening.
oh,
And
I
then
thought
Tori after that, like you're an idiot. There was somebody that went between her and the flip and Tori, and they just like slowed down calmly, like a normal person. And then Tori went, and of course, like she was ripping through, and luckily she only flipped once. Realistically, I think like I don't know how I would naturally not want to put my arm down to like brace myself and not break my arm.
that's what.
Luckily, they both didn't do that.
Well, they both sort of did like Emily. I think they both might have touched the ground. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like Emily's limbs are falling out the car
Or
because
getting stuck on the car as it rolls on top of it. Like that would be awful.
yeah. So I honestly thought like watching this live, I'm like, damn, I think Emily's screwed. Like I think she just like actually legit hurt herself and is about to get removed. Tori, even before Tori fell, I'm like, Tori looks like she's driving very slow. I don't know if that's the way it edited out, but to me, she looked like she was driving slow. And then when she does fall, she just like, oh, well, fell on
Right.
the side, like, almost
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
hey, Tori, we love you so much. Let's just like go tip your car over and make a funny bit, because we can't let Emily outshine you.
Right. Right. Yeah. You're the princess.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, it was once you see it once, it's kind of uneventful afterwards, unless there's a flip. So, for in this occasion, like once you see it three times, you're pretty much over it. But because I mean, the men's portion of it was irrelevant. They literally ran from one side of the thing to the other and pressed a button, right? They didn't have to do like any real obstacle or anything.
So that's why I hated it. Like, I mean, of course it looks fun, but it's short. So the men, I mean, it's not men versus women because some of the women I think jump too, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
it was
The first
literally like, hey,
first leg. Sorry.
it's like, hey, boom, start, run and jump like 3 feet to the next truck. Okay, a little bit scary, whatever you want to call it. They grab the key, they jump back, and they hit a button. Like that's all they do.
Yeah.
I need a little bit more. I need the trucks to kind of like weave in and out, or I need them
Yeah,
to
that'd be cool.
go north multiple times. I need it to go from here to here, back to here. I need like a little bit more diversity,
Hmm.
the jumping part, because it was just over way too quick. Like it really came down to a speed thing. So Jordan's just a freaking athlete. I mean, if you watch his run, he's not scared at all. He just sprints over, grabs it, sprints back. He
I
probably
think that's something about Jordan that like is kind of underestimated. Is Jordan's just so good at breaking down at exactly what it is. That like he negates everything like the danger of jumping that 3 feet. Like by the time he went, he was like, whatever, this is I'm running there and back. Let's just go as fast as possible. Other people, when they approach the situation, it's like, all right, I got to make sure I don't fall in that 3 feet. Like, and they like kind of take their time. And that's why Jordan's much better. He just approaches these things so much better than everybody else, and that's why he's been so fucking dominant
yeah.
over these years.
Yeah, I mean, this one specifically, he ran across that like it was connected,
Yeah,
and all he was doing was sprinting back. Some of these other people, I mean, most of the other people, they did similar. Like they sprinted back. But Jordan's he's fast, he's quick, he has no hesitation. These other people, if they just have an ounce of hesitation or an ounce of slowness, like they lost. So I mean, Jordan and Kaz, they won. Sarah and Theo were the second place team. So we don't know what the time clock was. I really wish they showed us like an actual breakdown of the people doing something with the time clock so we could kind of see it in real time and not edited. And I mean, everybody was probably within a few seconds of each other. So,
mm-hmm.
Sarah and Theo, they might have been like, what, 5 seconds behind, if that. So I think Jordan just was a little faster. And then with the driving portion, I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, as long as they're gunning it, they're fine.
Yeah, you see a green light, you hit the gas. Most people probably just gunned it to the floor in a straight line. Some people,
Right. That's where they should have had like more of an obstacle, or it's like, all right, let's make them go like even like an S turn, like
yes.
something. You know what I mean?
I mean, the challenge could have been way better if they had the person jump back and forth more times, like I said, or the car, instead of driving in a straight line, let's do like, hey, now there's an obstacle course. Yeah, do something.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
like put some sort of skill other than just like gunning it full.
Other than literally like a shuttle run where you're just back and forth, boom,
Right.
let's go.
So this was kind of just like an up for grabs challenge. Like Darrell and Kiki, they got last. Probably, or Darrell was driving, so who knows? I mean, Kiki was one of the only girls that ran, so she probably was a little bit slower than every guy. And then Darrell, probably about as fast as everyone in the car. Who knows? But yeah, stupidest.
I would like.
Wrote down stupidest daily of all time, but
I mean, it's up there. It really is. There's nothing challenging about it. But at the end of the day, we had Kellyanne and her crew find themselves in last place now. Yeah. So she went into the elimination. Who's her partner again? The Christian or Kristen. And then it was very obvious. Like it was, they had their silent goodbye with watching Kellyanne cut flowers and celebrate. I don't know if you got kind of this weird vibe that like they were looking for some sort of pity because it was his birthday. Yeah, but it's my birthday. Like nobody gives a shit, dude. Oh, all right, we'll let you win this one because it's your happy birthday. We'll go home. Yeah, get out of here.
no, birthdays are stupid. If you're not a child, you don't need a birthday.
Right, I agree.
So yeah, I mean, so this whole episode, the politicking side, I'm like, so they went into right. They had the flower cutting thing. They had Danny. Well, who was it? Like Danny and Tori, Jordan, not Cass, and then
Sarah.
Theo and Sarah. So those five, they go
They
into
did that rock paper scissors.
and Jordan purposely, he's like, I'm gonna just leave Cass out of this because I'm the big boy here. I'm gonna strategize. And then they make a plan where they want to save the whole goal is like, hey, we're an alliance. We're going to go after Tristan and Kellyanne this week. And then next week, we're going to go after swimmer, and yes, forgot her name.
Right. I forget her name.
Yeah, Emily. Yeah. Sorry, Emily. So yeah, Emily and yes, they're like, we're going to target you next week. And then she's pulling some old school Survivor moves here. She's saying, yeah, I'm going to sign this contract because I want to like keep you happy now, but that doesn't mean I'm going to hold to it. Like, I don't care. So Emily is not going to probably turn on Sarah next week, or vice versa, what I just said. And they signed this contract on a whiteboard. And basically, yeah, they go into the vote and vote in Tori and Danny vote themselves in because they know Jordan's not going to put Tori in, right? Yeah. So that was actually what I was thinking of. I'm like, okay, Kaz earlier in the episode said that she wants to protect Tristan because they're both Team UK. So what if Kaz was like, no, Jordan, I'm holding strong. I'm gonna keep Tristan safe. Would Jordan have flipped on Tori?
No, not after all that. And they had that little montage where it was like, trust me, if your ex-fiance was here, I would work to save her. Or, oh, we don't make sense. Oh, you shouldn't have picked me as a partner then. Like, I don't know. They are a mess. However, end of the day, I don't know if it's a good strategy because I mean, I think it might be like a hidden good strategy that they don't know what they're doing. Where, all right, let's just look like a disheveled mess. We don't know where it's going. Like, you're allies with everybody, but it's like, all right, we picked the one we didn't want. Like, we had to pick one we didn't. Now they're just in control of this ally like group. Do you know what I'm talking about?
So during the challenge, like the elimination challenge, they had a confessional together, Danny and Tori did, and they brought up a point where like, hey, Danny, you're cheering for them, I'm cheering for them. So whoever comes back,
Oh yeah,
they're friends with one of us, which means they may
Mhm.
not say our name, which that might be the smartest thing I've actually heard Tori say since the season started.
Well, I mean, it would be smart if that was their plan all along. If she's just realizing it now, then it might be the dumbest thing she's ever said. But that
Yeah,
being said, she fell in.
sorry, if they just burn vote every time and then basically both have alliances, they're protected from
Mhm.
both sides. So they'll never have a majority vote against them because the only people want to target them. There's not.
It's literally going to come down to now everybody just for swaying Tori and Danny their way, and whoever wins wins.
Right. I mean, so
It's going to come down to if Jordan gets pulled in, or if Danny somehow gives in to like one of his side allies in a situation over them, but they're not going to go to a stalemate anymore. I think they might have found a little loophole.
well, so that's what I was wondering with the stalemate thing is if Kaz basically called Jordan's bluff and was like, "Hey, I'm not voting Tristan. You're not voting Tori. Let's stalemate," and then they go into elimination. Clearly, Kaz doesn't have the cojones to do that. I think Jordan does, though. I think what I was trying to get at was
Jordan
that,
does for sure.
oh, so I was like, would Jordan protect Tori over himself? I'm like thinking about it. I'm like,
No way.
no. My conclusion was this dude's ballsy as shit. He's going to. So if Cass wanted to say, hey, I'm not saying Tristan's name, I think Jordan would be like, I'm not saying Tori's name, so we're going in. And he would try to bluff Cass into switching her vote and scare her. But if she held strong and it was basically like TJ saying, hey, Jordan, Cass, if you don't agree, you're going in. I think Jordan would call Cass's bluff and be like, you switch because I'm not switching. And then if they go in, they go in. Because Jordan likes.
I mean, in this instance, 1000%, it would be Jordan would go in because he would have an opportunity to go against Kellyanne. So, like, there's a difference when it comes to like Jordan going against. Like, I'm trying. Like, yes, maybe it might be difficult for him in a weird way.
I think
Because Yes has like those weird like winning tendencies again in like weird situations.
doesn't.
But overall, Jordan's the most like
Yes.
the biggest threat, I would say, as a male competitor.
Oh, 100%. They said it earlier in this episode that Jordan's like, yo, me and Cass were the strongest team here, which is true. Johnny Bananas is gone. So they are 100% the strongest team there. They're going to win if they get to the final. No, I don't see anyone beating them. Jordan,
I could see Yes beating us if they both make it to the final. Yes is like stupidly good at these weird like endurance stuff. So it's going to come down to what their partner is, and like Yes will at least do enough to get like within distance that he has a chance to beat him. I'm not saying he would definitely, but like say something happens to what's Kaka Kiki.
I disagree, but shout out
So
to
yeah, so you have just Jordan making it and winning it at this point. There's nobody else that team is going to win no matter what happens.
if Jordan's in the final, he wins. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like he did last season,
Nobody. He was with Anissa, dude.
right? Like he did the season before.
He's with like one of the strongest girls this
I
season.
mean, like he did the season before,
He got eliminated.
and the season before that.
I don't know what that season was, but Jordan wins finals, man. Jordan is a triathlete. Like
Bro, it comes down to
when
when it
I
comes down
auditioned
to
for
partner.
casting, like back before I auditioned, and I told them, look, if a guy like Jordan is in the game, I am not racing him in the final. I don't give a shit. Like whatever I have to do to get that guy gone, he's gone. Like I like Jordan, but I will not go against him in a final. I mean, unless he has an Anissa, I guess, right? That's like a kryptonite, but
I mean, but you're also not
no.
you're not wrong, but like it still comes down to like he didn't win the one before that because he had a it was the one where they switched all those people. Like everybody had a new partner. It comes down to his partner. So like there still is a chance. Say she doesn't do an eating challenge well, and then next thing you know, like she has a turned ankle or something. There still is a chance when it comes to other people getting it, is what I'm saying. And I think if there's somebody else getting it, it's Yes. And I would never underestimate Sarah either, and whoever her teammate is.
Sarah's a beast for sure. I mean, Sarah and Theo, I mean, they're a strong team.
Right.
Yes, I mean, you were saying yes, dude. When I saw Challenge All Star season one with Yes, I didn't know who Yes was. The way he just power walked his way up that mountain with those sticks,
Right. Like it was nothing.
I was like, who is this guy?
Right.
But
Beast.
that being said,
That
I,
guy is one with God.
I still think Jordan smokes his ass in a
Maybe,
fight.
maybe. I guess we'll find out. But stop acting like he's a lock.
Pretty close. So I mean, I was gonna do the math on the vote outs for next week because we have 6 teams left. But because like one is gonna be safe, one's gonna be in the bottom, one's gonna be deciding. So we're gonna have three teams are gonna choose the other two of those three that go into the thing. So this will be interesting next episode for sure.
And there's still a lot of like what people would consider rookies or like it's like, oh yeah, I've been working with them, but we really don't know this particular Australian on this team. Like, and they could switch here or Argentinian. Is that or like who knows?
Argentina's gone, bruh.
They're all gone.
Yeah, they're all gone. They're all gone. So speaking of people that are gone, shout out to these two right here. Justine and Bananas.
Mm-hmm.
We have 6 minutes left on this recording. So, but anyways, I just want to say, damn, the way the Bananas just left. Jeez. We didn't even talk about the elimination though from this episode. So this chopstick game, what do you think about that? The chopstick.
I mean, I think it would be harder than it looks. I don't know how I would approach that though. It was the like walking across the beam. That's where I would be like, this is fucking hard. But I did like the Jordan suggestion where he was like, all right, catapult. Yeah, do that. Throw that stuff. Like, and then just get going on to the next one. You know what I mean? Like if you just went and maybe walked up like 30 feet and just took a chance and just boom, 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 because they left all the ones that were incomplete. It's not like they were absolutely necessary for the end result.
Dude, I gotta rewatch it. Like, because I remember him saying catapult. So what were they doing? They were going up the stairs and then just throwing it and then going and get.
Well, no, they were saying like instead of going over the balance beam, Jordan was like, "All right, right now, just catapult it back." And the amount there was like three of them that they got to the line and dropped it like at the thing, and it ended up still there, but it was considered incomplete. So like, and they left them there, so that means they're giving them more on the other end. I would just start taking chances, start like throwing half court shots if I was getting low, catapulting half court shots over.
Right. No, I
Or
agree.
at least not. I mean, the stairs were easy enough, but like at least not like whatever. And then you have the bounce beam, and then you have the short like turnaround, get another one, and go.
No, I agree. I mean, that's why Jordan's good, man. He thinks of crazy stuff like that to do in eliminations. But yeah, that would have been fun too. So, uh, Tanagram puzzle. So okay, so we were talking about it earlier a little bit, but I want to see some of these matchups. So I want to see Tori versus Jordan. So those two teams going head to head in an elimination, or get a Sarah versus an Emily in an elimination, or maybe get a Tori versus a Casey. So I feel like the numbers are super low. So one of those combinations is
Why Sarah versus Emily?
because Sarah and Emily are friends. So I think one of those is going to happen. At least one of those will happen.
Probably not. They're friends. I mean, like they're friends on this like this season. It's not like they knew each other before this. Now,
I mean, right, but who cares? I mean, I'm just speaking to the numbers. I think it's going to happen. So there's a storyline of Sarah and Emily are best friends. So
I get what you mean. Okay, sorry.
Like this episode or next episode, they are going to go into elimination against each other. But I also see a version where, I mean, Danny's been trying to get out Jordan this entire season, except for tonight. Danny's siding with Jordan tonight. I think we could see an episode where either Danny and Tori or Jordan and Kaz get last place, and then the other one gets voted in, and they compete. And
That would be that's probably what's going to happen. I mean, it is all alluding to that with the Danny Tori stupid drama and like conversation about, oh well, we should save, and then they get into a situation where they have no right or no like opportunity to save. Next thing you know, it's her versus her ex-fiance.
Challenge gods, please give me
What's
Danny.
that one, dude, bro?
Danny versus Jordan in a pole wrestle or a hall brawl. Please.
That would be amazing. Well, a pole wrestle, yeah, good luck. But hall brawl, dude, that would be crazy too. That would be awesome.
I think Danny would smash Jordan in a hall brawl.
Oh, 1,000%. Those are the only ones where I think Danny probably has an upper hand.
So I also wouldn't mind seeing Danny versus Theo in a hall brawl because Theo's bigger, but I think Danny's obviously.
Danny would fuck him up.
So I would love to. I would love. Give me some hall brawls. Come on, dude.
I know. Do you think they're gonna introduce it?
Do what?
Do you think they're gonna introduce it?
Probably not.
They did do the one like similar to a pole fight earlier now.
That was like the very first one with Kiki.
Yeah. So I was hoping that maybe they would bring back some old games, but I guess they haven't. They've all been new ever since.
Yeah. Dude, people will never get tired of seeing a hall brawl. Like literally every challenge fan ever.
Never. Yeah, never.
Like watching right now, still comment down below how much you love hall brawls. We need to bring that stuff back. It almost needs to be like every elimination is a hall brawl or something similar,
or a pole thing. Dude, if that was the challenge, people would be so much more pissed about getting pulled in, or like they would work so much harder on not being like in the bottom. Like, dude, it would be hard. Like. That's one of those ones. One, you don't know your opponent as well as you would second guess that opponent. Like no matter if they have gym muscles or they're just fucking like they have the grit that's gonna do it on both of those challenges. Or the same thing when it comes to just like I guess the closest one that I've ever seen was the douchebag from Big Brother. What's his name? Not Fessy.
Josh.
Josh. And they like put him up against somebody so obviously easy. And that's when he won his first Limmy.
Oh, I don't remember that. Josh Hall brawled somebody. Damn.
No, it was a pole fight, I think. Oh no, never mind. I take that back. It was one where he threw those stupid balls, like those rocks through the thing. And
All right, so episode 9 is down and done. So I know we missed the past couple weeks. Sorry about that. So episode 8 and 7, Kevin and I are going to talk about those very quickly, mainly just the challenge, kind of what the outcome was. So episode 7, the tunnel time. This is the one where they go in groups, not their partner, and they have to look for flags and stuff in the tunnel, and then their partner is burning at the stake, and they have to do a math problem. So for this one, I thought this was also a really stupid daily challenge. I hate that half the team's not involved, but I do like that. I guess like the vet can't really participate, but I just thought like, why are these two teams working together? Like, if I were them and I'm with,
I found that weird too. Yeah, that was very weird.
I mean, I don't. It depends who I'm next to, but like my thought was like, hey, yeah, there's an Argentina flag here, there's a USA flag here, and I'm just lying to them so that they get last.
Yeah, that would be At least you could do that, but I guess I just don't. I don't know. It was a weak one, to be honest, and it set people up. Who won this one?
Emily.
We don't know.
Emily and Yes.
Oh yeah.
Which they won because Yes, he was the one tied up at the stake, and Emily was telling him the math problems. He was solving them in his head. So shout out again to Yes. We shouted him out earlier, but that's what I would have done. Like the moment I saw, like anytime in a challenge where I see a puzzle or like a math problem on the screen, I pause it and I'm like, how quick can I solve that? And I try to solve it in my head. And the math they were doing was super easy. So I'm not surprised. I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah, it was just basic adding. No,
I think it was multiplication.
Oh, okay.
It was stuff like 7 times like 6, 42, just like stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
So, I think that might be the one that what's her face got messed up on. So yeah, so in this elimination, we actually have Jordan and Cass. They lost. So it took 10 minutes for either the whole challenge or for Cass to just not know how to do math. And her and Benha and Jody, they both were the ones that didn't even finish this puzzle. And I'm like, man, these people are stupid. Honestly, that's a whole nother tangent, but man, you're casting freaking morons. They don't even know basic math. Like people are stupid on the show.
I mean, realistically, you're right. Like when it comes to all that, but like when they were first, they're just tenured in. I mean, when you like cast these people normally, it was like they cast some of these people like 30 years ago, like 25 years ago.
Fresh meat. You know what I mean? Bring back fresh meat. What are you doing?
Right. Yeah. Which is like, I guess this is their like way of doing that, where it's like fresh meat to a new like viewership when it comes, but like they're all still established people. But now I want those slutty like 18-year-olds trying to ruin marriages to like come into a house by themselves and just stir up this drama where it's like, no, we need to get this girl out or else Mark is going to cheat on his wife with her. Like, I want that type of component to come back in such a weird way.
Dude, oh my God. So we never talked about this because we've only done like 2 episodes or 2 like YouTube shows of this whole season, but I did love the way they did the draft at the beginning where they competed to draft their partner. I remember in Fresh Meat 2, after seeing that was the Fresh Meat that I saw live. I was like, dude, I love this show. I'm going to be on Fresh Meat 3. And what they did on 2 is they had a combine where they went and did like just pull-ups, like climbing.
Who was the Fresh Meat on that?
People
was that the one with like
that aren't on the show anymore? Cara Marie was a Fresh Meat.
Okay.
Dude, I don't even know. Like, I don't know if a single Fresh Meat from that show is still on the show. Cara Marie is the only one I can think. I can think of a couple others, but they only did 1 or 2 seasons.
Any more like legendary ones? I mean, Cara Maria's not even on the show anymore, if we're being technical about it.
I heard
But
coming back to All Stars, or
I heard that too. I don't even count that as the same show.
dude, I don't give a crap. Hey, yo, put me on All Stars. Like,
no, like trust me, I'll still watch it.
Put me
But
on
like for what I'm talking about, as to what the challenge is,
Challenge World Dickheads.
that's still a different show. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else came out around Car. What was like Car on? Was she on Road Rules? Or oh no, she was a Fresh Meat.
She's Fresh Meat.
Right. Okay. Trying to think who else would have been then.
Fresh Meat, man. I mean, shit. Okay.
Well,
So, Tori's from Be the One. Justine's from Love Island. Johnny's from The Real World a long time ago. I don't even know who that is. I think that might be Danny. Danny's from Survivor. That's the thing with the show is like you have to be on another reality show to get on the challenge. So,
right.
and then that's not even a guarantee at that point. So, damn.
Oh, it was Jenna. No.
Jenna's from The Real World.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about right now, but
I'm sorry. I'm looking up. I'm trying to look up who were the challenge Fresh Meat like.
From Fresh Meat 2, dude, we're so off tangent now, but whatever. So,
I know. We gotta stop this.
I mean,
let's just go.
Like either if people are listening this far, they might enjoy just listening to it. They're just chilling, they're working out.
Right.
People talk about the challenge. If not, like I don't care. Whatever, we'll drop it an hour long. I don't care. So Anoop, he won first place in the combine on Fresh Meat 2 and has never been seen or heard of from again after that season. I don't know. I think he partnered with Laurel, or maybe Laurel's a Fresh Meat, but there was another guy who got second place that season. I think that was his only season. And
dude, it says here the original cast of contestants of Fresh Meat 1 was Daryl, Tina, Wes, Derek, Theo, not Theo Vaughn.
No, it was Theo Vaughn. It's Theo Vaughn.
No, it's not.
It is.
Oh, it is Theo Vaughn.
Fresh
Yeah,
Meat
you're right.
Theo Vaughn.
I'm sorry. I literally just realized that it's the first three letters of this.
King, man.
It's Vaughn Knapp, and then Shane, Coral, Katie, Johanna.
This is Fresh Meat 1.
Melinda and Danny. And those last three were all from Austin. They weren't Fresh Meat like non-contestant. They were all still part of Real World and Road Rules.
No, they weren't. Only the partner was.
Fresh Meat 1. Yeah, that's what I just read. It says Daryl, Road Rules. Tina, Road Rules. Yep. Wes, Real World. Derek, Road Rules.
Their partners were not that. Their partners were Fresh Meat. Wes was.
They're just not listing. They're just not listing the other.
Yeah, so everyone you're listing is a. They were from.
Was a regular. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense.
Real World or something. So
yeah,
Coral was with Evan. Evan is a Fresh Meat. He actually was a fucking.
I fucking hate that dude.
Really, dude.
I hate him.
It was on the first season I saw. Duel 2 was my first season I ever saw, where they did the haka. Oh man, dude! And then Evan was like the king of that one. And I think CT got eliminated.
I hate him and Kenny like so much,
dude. Evan and Kenny were hilarious.
I told you why, but before. All right, so Daryl was with Aviv.
Yeah.
Tina was with Kenny. Wes was with Casey Cooper. I don't know who that is. Derek was with Diem. Theo was with Canada. I don't know who that is.
Some random.
Shane was with Lynette. I don't remember her. Coral was with Evan. Katie was with Eric, which was
Big
Easy.
His name?
Big Easy. Tanya was with Johnny. No, Johnny McBride. Who's that?
Who was the partner?
Johnny McBride. Is that Banana?
No, with who's the partner?
Tanya.
Dude, I don't know. I have no idea.
Johanna was with Jesse Stark. Melinda was with Ryan, which she was around a lot. And then Danny was with Evelyn, so she was around a lot too. But I mean, that's actually a pretty decent amount of people. That was like a relatively like meat of the show's people. Big Easy.
Man, those are the days.
I mean, Evelyn, Ryan, Big Easy, Diem, Kenny, and Devin. I mean, not Devin. Who was the person? Oh, Evan. Evan, yeah.
If we have a single viewer listening to this conversation right now, please comment down below your thoughts and opinions on fresh meat and where the challenge used to be or where it is now. Because I think what I'm going to do is I mean, people might just be like literally just listening to this shit because they just enjoy like listening to something entertaining or interesting when they're working, right? Like kind of like I do. So I'm going to actually clip this fresh meat portion and put it at the back end of the episode. But dude, yeah, that was great. And you were talking about fresh meat 1. I was talking about fresh meat 2, but
all right, let's go into that.
I've been trying to get on fresh meat. I've been trying to get on fresh meat 3 since fresh meat 2 aired back 10 years ago. Are you gonna look up the cast?
There was No, let's go. Let's finish this shit.
Oh man, I mean, we can go back in the archives. That's a conversation for a different day. So
yeah, I think we should do that. We should have like just a day where we just talk shit about. That is what I was trying to say. Like, let's do one of those fucking things where we do a draft of who's the like could make the best team out of like old challenge people, and then we would just argue about why like our pick was better than the rest.
I already do that on Facebook where they do like, hey, get this guy for $50, this guy for $30, this guy for $10.
Oh yeah. That'd be cool.
What I usually do is I'm like, yeah, screw the people at the top. I'm taking a team of 4 and getting using all my money for 4 instead of 3. But geez, dude, I don't even know. Okay. What was the last thing we said about episode 7 and 8?
I have no idea.